Hello guys, my name is Shawstin and welcome back to me playing on the JSano fan server. I got a bit carried away with the building that I started building last episode. It's kind of done. It's kind of done. I kind of finished it, which is a bit of a shame because it's actually a pretty cool building and I actually really like it. It's very generic and boring, but it's definitely the nicest building in town. Like, it's definitely the nicest looking building in town. Like most of these are just kind of like tossed together, whatever. Like I like that building. I like that building. That building's weird. That building's I'm liking that one less and less as time goes on. But this one's just a straight up nice looking skyscraper. Like you can't go wrong with this. Look at that. And so unfortunately, since I built that one off camera mostly, it's for some reason I thought I wasn't wearing the elytra. I already forgot I was wearing it. So yeah, I'm still not a fan of this doorway entrance thing, but I think I'll keep it. I think I'll stick with it. It's hollow. It's empty right now. I'll probably work on this off screen as well, but there probably won't be much in here because I'm not very good at interior design. And I don't really need a practical building, so it's not really much that's gonna happen in here. Got more shipping crates over here. As you can see, lots of them, different shapes and sizes and colors. So yeah, I'll probably avoid getting too many these bright ones. Like I'll probably go for more for these hardened clay ones, because this one right here, this is way too bright. I don't think shipping crates come because they're like used really a lot. They're not. So like they'd be dirty from use. They'd be like this. The blue ones would be like this, worn down and beat up. So yeah, I also laid down the sidewalk like I thought. Didn't look as good as I thought, especially not compared to this little thing that I do here. I'll probably replace that with a stone slab or something. So we are now going to work on a different building here in Shawstonia today. And while I do that, I'm going to talk a little bit about some various little thoughts that have been in my head for the past couple of days. It's been a while since I did a video where I just talk about stuff. And so I'm going to make that one of these videos. I'm going to make this one of those videos. So this is the building. The front will be right here. I created the back section over there already, and I'm going to copy that over here, so it's like a double entrance, and there'll be like a little there'll be like a little staircase up here. So like the first floor will be down here and up here. It's interesting. I gotta be careful though, because the villagers, can get out if I break this fence. So actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move this fence. Excuse me. I'm just gonna move this fence over here. So now that if they walk into the building, they can't get out. I don't know why I did that. I don't need 2 layers of fence. Okay, so how many times can I say so in the next 5 seconds? So. Okay. So. Dang guy. So about, let's see. I guess it would have been Thanksgiving, so it would have been late November. I watch the Vlogbrothers, and sometimes, no, I'm not gonna say sometimes. I watch them pretty often. I watch pretty much all the videos they have. I'm subscribed and I watch their videos. And they do this thing every year where they have a quote-unquote census where they they ask questions of their viewers, like, some of them are just generic questions like, oh, what kind of videos do you like us to watch? How long have you been watching us? But some of them are more random aimed questions, things that are like, if you had to vote for one of these to be president, who would it be? And it gives you like a list of like Jean-Luc Picard and Elizabeth Bennet from frickin' what's it called? Pride and Prejudice, I think. And so it's like, and Emma Watson, not Emma Watson, Hermione Granger was one of the options. And it was just like a bunch of random stuff. The answer's John Luke Picard. Although maybe Hermione. But I mean, Hermione is like, the problem with voting for Hermione in that one is that she's like 18 at the end of the series. And like, no one said we're voting for like full-grown adult version, like the most qualified version of that character. The question didn't specify that. It just said, who would you vote for? Where did I put the X in there? Who would you vote for president? And like, assuming generic default Hermione versus another answer was Batman, but Batman is too obvious of an answer. No one's gonna pick that. Assuming like default generic Hermione Granger, an 18-year-old at the oldest, versus frickin' Jean-Luc Picard, whose entire job is running around doing missions on behalf of the Federation. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna pick Jean-Luc Picard. He's a frickin', that's his job basically, is to do diplomacy. And like, you see him do stuff like that in Star Trek episodes, and it's just like, yeah, I picked Picard. Like Hermione, I don't doubt Hermione would be a great president, though she also probably can't because she's American. Also, I don't think that Jean-Luc Picard qualifies as American. I don't know if America still exists in the Star Trek universe. Also, he's French. At least he's French descent. And actually, I think he's just straight up French, because there's an episode where he goes back to Earth and spends time with his dad. His dad lives in France and grows wine. Anyway. So, there were a bunch of questions on that survey, and I just want to think aloud about my thoughts, just because they've been sticking them in my head for a while, and I just want to think about it. Just random thoughts. That's what this is. This is just an episode where I talk about random thoughts in my head. So, yeah, there was that one about Jean-Luc Picard and Hermione Granger. Another one was, what's the best kind of M&Ms? And like, I personally didn't have an opinion on this, so I just looked over at my dad and was like, my mom and dad were like, hey, what's the best kind of M&Ms? And there was a disagreement. My dad simply just said straight up just normal M&Ms, just perfectly acceptable, generic M&Ms. While my mom and my brother both said the same thing. I can't remember which one it was. I think they said peanut butter M&Ms, which I didn't actually know peanut butter M&Ms were a thing. Like, I knew peanut M&Ms were a thing. I knew pretzel M&Ms were a thing. I knew caramel M&Ms were a thing. I knew they had those freaking chili or coffee or honey M&Ms they had for a while there. I tried the chili ones. Those were good. And nice little kick to them. The coffee and the honey ones were just, like, the coffee ones tasted like coffee. It was gross. I would not recommend it. Unless you like coffee. And the honey ones were just a little bit sweeter. It's just like, whatever. But like, other than that, like, I've had peanut M&Ms. I like peanut M&Ms. But like, you just can't, like, for me, you just can't really, I haven't tried peanut butter, but apparently they're really popular, at least with like my family. Oh wait, is this right? I think that's right. I'm gonna have to check. I think this might have to be a stone brick. Oh yeah, I can just check over here. Duh. Yeah, this is stone brick. So we get some stone brick. Romeo and Juliet are together in eternity. Dang me. I had a song in my head when I built, or I looked up a song after it randomly came to my head. It back in like episode 90, the one where I started building up the dropper, and so not the last one, the one before that. And I looked it up and like I've been listening to it nonstop, and I can't make it the song of the episode this episode because I just did it like 2 episodes ago. I almost made the song of the episode last episode too, just because it was in my head still. And I didn't sing anything else in that episode. Needs more cowbell. There, that's officially song of the episode. It's you know, because it's the same band. If you don't know the song that I was just singing, it's the same band as the Needs More Cowbell skit from Saturday Night Live. So yeah, there's your song of the episode. I hope you enjoy it. So, yeah. What was I saying? I was saying peanut M&Ms. No, peanut butter M&Ms. I just don't know. I don't know. They just seem like. I'm sure they're probably fine, but I imagine they would be like Reese's Pieces. I imagine that's what they would be like, Reese's Pieces. And I like Reese's Pieces. They're all right. But the thing is that I'm not a fan of Reese's, end of sentence. Like, I'm just not a fan of Reese's. Like if, when you go to Halloween, or it's Halloween time and people will get you some Reese's, or like you go to the freaking what's it called, gas station or something, and you just get this. What's wrong? And you get some candy, and people get Reese's peanut butter cups, and like there's the big ones, the ones that are like 2 in a pack, and it's like they're so sweet. They're so sweet. How do you eat those? There's too much there. Like seriously, it's ridiculous. I don't think Reese's peanut butter cups are worth any hype at all. Okay, maybe not. Maybe at all is a bit harsh. But yeah, I just don't find them particularly great. They're not bad. They're not bad by any means. But and here's the thing. Like, my family does this thing. My family, every year Christmas time, my mom will put out little jars, like little decorative jars, and one of them in the room where she has her computer, there will be one with M&Ms, and they're in the living room by the front door. There will be one with Reese's, and also another one with Hershey's Kisses. And I will devour the M&M's one, which, oh, there you go. Which, I guess goes to show that I am biased. I do prefer the regular M&Ms, I guess. Which was my official answer in the Vlogbrothers poll. So I guess it makes sense that that's my answer. Frick. But like my dad and my brother will devour those Reese's peanut butter cups, and I'll eat 1 or 2 of them. But I think this is the right level. 78. 78. All right. I said A. Should have said 8. There we go. So, frick. What I was saying. What was I saying? Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm just not a huge fan. Like they'll devour them, and I'll just be like, yeah. I mean, I might eat 1 of them. I mean, I might eat 1 or 2 a week in the build up to Christmas. But I don't perfectly. I used to really like them. At least the smaller ones, like the ones my mom gets, not bite-sized ones, but the smaller ones, when you buy a big pack of Reese's Pieces, you pour them into a bowl, and it's just a big. They're all still individually wrapped, and they're smaller than the big ones that I said were too much. And frick. What's gonna frick? Team frick. What's gonna frick? Team frick. Frick. I'm losing my thoughts. I'll go with this one. Gosh. Okay, this is where that goes. But yeah, so I just not a huge fan of Reese's peanut butter cups. I guess it's really trying to. That's just really what I'm trying to say here. Is I just don't really like Reese's peanut butter cups that much. How the frick did I get Reese's peanut butter cups? Oh, right, because peanut butter M&Ms would be. I I would imagine they're like Reese's Pieces. I do prefer Reese's Pieces over Reese's Peanut Butter Cups though, because they have that nice hard outer shell, kind of like M&Ms. M&Ms are just great. Just plain on M&Ms are great. They're a classic. You can't go wrong with like just classic M&Ms, because like you got a nice hard shell, super easy to eat. They don't melt in your pocket or anything, because they got that nice hard outer shell. I said it 6 times already, but I'm gonna say it again. They got that nice hard outer shell. You can't go wrong with that. Also, is it just me or is this building awesome already? I guess I'll start with, there's supposed to be another structure. There's supposed to be like a little structure above the door to make up the space in between these things here, but I can't remember how I did it. And so I'm going to not do it right now. I'm going to start working on this part. So you may notice over there, it's got like, the way I built it, it has like alternating between stone and gray glass. I think it's just going to be my style with these skyscrapers here in Shawstonia. It's just going to be alternating between gray glass and stone. Dang it. So like this. Yeah, there you go. So boop, 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 boop. No, baby, no, baby, don't cry. Nope. There we go. Thought I just saw something move. Might have been a villager inside a house or something. So yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look nice? And it's like this will be all around the wall like that. There'll be like another pillar right here. I get more smooth stone. I'll make that pillar. Okay, so back to the topic I was talking about. Excuse me. I was talking about. Oh, I just finished saying that I just really like M&Ms. I'm not a huge fan of Reese's Pieces. So, another thing that they asked on the Vlogbrothers census was, who's your favorite band? And my first thought was like, well, I only have a favorite band, because I just don't, I know so much from a wide variety of bands that I don't really feel comfortable selecting a favorite band. And so like my initial thought was just say, okay, who do I know the most songs by? That would be Billy Joel. My favorite band is Billy Joel. Wait a minute. That's not right. Can I really say Billy Joel is my favorite band? He's not a band, is he? He's just a guy. There's a band playing with him, but does that mean, like, is he a band? Can you say Billy Joel is a band? Can you say Beyonce is a band? Can you say any single act performance is a band? If not, then I think your question is severely flawed. Because, like, you ask me, who's my favorite band? And I say, Elton John. And you say, that's not a band. Well, then why did you ask me who my favorite band is if you wanted, like, I wanted to tell you about my favorite musical artist. That's what I want. I want to talk to you about my favorite musical artist, my favorite musical act. But why band? Why is asking me who my favorite band is more important than asking me who my favorite musical artist is? Because like the musical artist includes a much wider variety of people and acts, and it opens up for more inclusion and more of the conversation. And like I asked my dad, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, would you consider Billy Joel a band?" And he said, "No." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fair. You can't really argue with that." But that's just a dumb question, I would say. Like in my response to that there census thingamajig thing, and that there census thing, I answered that my favorite band was Styx. But I added in parentheses Styx, Also, P.S. in parentheses, the question probably should have been, who is your favorite musical artist? Because that includes a wider variety of groups of people. It's more inclusive about the conversation. There's too many, it allows for you to answer, if your favorite person, if your favorite music is Beyonce or whatever, or Billy Joel or some other single. I'm only able to name like 3 solo acts right now. Freaking Beyonce and Beyonce, Billy Joel, Elton John. Those are the 3 I've already mentioned. Iggy Azalea, is she a solo act? Probably. That was a terrible interpearl. I don't know music. Sorry. I do know music. I don't know bands or just musical acts much. I know a lot of songs. I'm not huge on like knowing like more recent music, and I'm also not huge on knowing like I'm also just generally not huge on come on. Just want to build the little rail here. Boop. Okay, Endermite, where are you? Go away. Get out of my face. Which side is... the glass goes on this side. Oops, no, I didn't. Okay. Where was I? I guess it's just really most of the whole thought of that was really just when you want to know something, when you want to learn about someone, and you want to like ask them about music, don't ask who's your favorite band, because that might disclude their actual favorite musical group, even if the musical group is, I got a question. So, what if the band is, so and so, like single person and the so and so, like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers? Can you call that a band? Are the Heartbreakers a fixed unit? I don't actually know. Or is it really just Tom Petty the band? If so, can you call Tom Petty a band? You probably can't call Tom Petty a band, but can you call Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers a band? Can you call Huey Lewis and the News a band? I don't... These are the questions that I think about in the middle of the night. Most people, when they lie in bed, they're stressing out about life or thinking about the thing they said when they were 14. Me, I sit here and go, is Tom Petty a band? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to dip into my creative world and get a good grasp of how this little top section here is going to go, because I don't want to end without having finished the front face of the building. So, okay. Yeah, okay. So what it was this. No, that's not all. How'd I even do that? And then like this. And then like, oh, I didn't bring frick. I'm out of intervals too odd to block up there. So as I was saying, is that like, there is problems with the term, which is just calling something a band. Like, I guess the term band implies that people are banding together to do this musical performance. And if that's the case, why can't you call Billy Joel a band? He is, he's not all of his songs are solo acts. Most of his songs aren't solo acts. I saw him in concert. There was a band, and that band was on stage the entire time. Did I say use all my stairs? What the frick? What a cool game. I'm going to take out my ledger because it's annoying me as I'm trying to... There, no. There it goes, like that. And then we do that. Just look at that. Isn't that a nice initial like little opening there for the building? You got that like little. Look at that section there. That's nice. I like that. It's very boxy, and I'm not a huge fan of the boxiness, but don't worry, it will get way less boxy as time goes on. The way this building works, this is not going to be a standard building. It's going to be a more crazy skyscraper, more of an Aces kind of skyscraper. How weird it is. It's going to go up for another like 16 to 20 blocks. And then it's going to turn. Like, the whole building is going to be, like, segmented. So, like, this corner will be moved over toward here. And this little line here was, like, in... You know, like, imagine if I placed another square shape right down right here. And, like, crossed over... Like, not like... I hope you know where I'm trying to go. Like, if I place a diamond on top... If I placed a diamond or a... you know, a rotated 45-degree angle rotated square right on top of this. So like there'll be like a big section like hanging off over the side here and over here on each side. And then that'll go up for another like a bunch of blocks. And then it will go back again, so it'll be like this again. That's what I'm going for this building. It'll be really weird. And I hope it'll look really cool. Excuse me. And I think it will look good. That's why I'm building it so close to the rest of Shawstonia. I trust it will look good. I feel good about my ability to make that. Also, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this little space here. This is a nice space. I should probably put like a tree or something here. Or like a statue or a fountain or something. Like, there's just a lot of space. There probably wouldn't be a fountain on church property like this. It would probably be a little park area. Yeah, just a little... Like, unless it were a statue of God. Or Jesus, but I mean, this is a cactus church, and I don't want to build a cactus monument here out in the open where the villagers can walk into it and take damage. That'd be a bad idea. So I'll probably just add some trees and stuff over this area. Wow. Okay. Well, it's been about 30 minutes, almost, more like 20 and a half, but still, or 25 minutes. But you know, I think I thought aloud for a decent length. So I'm going to end off this video here. If I said anything that you hate me for now, whether it's because my hatred of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups or my overanalyzation of what the definition of band is, if anything I said makes you question something, or you have a thought, let me know. I want to have a conversation about this. There's not really anyone I have. Like, here's the thing about these thoughts is that the only people I would feel comfortable like just like bringing this up with in conversation like randomly. Like I would feel weird if I was in Discord and I brought this up. The only people I would feel comfortable with in an actual one-on-one or group conversation talking about this with would be my dad. My dad, I don't know your dad. Do it for my dad. I do it for me. Maybe for you. I don't really know your dad. Frick. Yeah, my dad and maybe my brother. But I live in college right now, so I don't really get the chance to talk to him enough to, figure out how this conversation would, how that conversation would go, or have other people's opinions. So please let me know. Anyway. That's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.